Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I just want to thank all my old subscribers and welcome my new subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. So this recipe was given to me by my girlfriend many years ago, and it's easy to make, but we just don't make it that often. So here it is, better than sex. That's what she named it. I'm not going to rename it, and it's really easy. So the only thing I changed from the original recipe was the crust, and I'm using a sourdough crust instead of a regular crust. So this crust freezes really well, and you can make it ahead of time. I show you at the end how I make it. So here are my simple ingredients to make this dessert. Here is my sourdough crust, which I made ahead of time, a thing of Cool Whip, a can of crushed pineapples, some confectioner's sugar, some Philadelphia cream cheese, and some vanilla jello pudding. And that's basically it. You can use either one of these jello puddings, whatever you have, and you can substitute out chocolate, cherries, just about anything you want to do. This recipe will work with it. So what I'm going to do is take my sourdough crust and start with that. So I'm going to get my 9x13 pan, and I'm going to simply roll out my crust to fit my pan about halfway up. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on the surface, and then I'm going to get to rolling out my pie crust. I'm going to bake it off at 350 for about 20-25 minutes until it's golden brown. And then once it comes out of the oven, I'm going to let it cool completely. And once that's cooled completely, we'll assemble them. So this is the crust in the pan, about halfway up, and it's going to be ready to go into the oven. I do poke the bottom a little bit with a fork just so it won't bubble up too much. So while that's in the oven, I'm going to drain my crushed pineapples. Do remember to save the juice. You can do so much with pineapple juice, it's unbelievable. You can even drink it, make drink it straight. Whatever the case may be, you can make another dessert with it. But we want to strain out as much juice out of this pineapples that we can get out, because if not, it's going to be kind of soggy. So just take a strainer and the back of a spoon and just press your juice out. And remember, save that juice and you could do something else with it. So once you've got all your juice pressed out of the pineapple, you just add it to the vanilla pudding. Just mix it all in together, and that's going to be your center layer of your dessert when you assemble it. So just mix all your pudding and your pineapple together, and you can do this the night before and just keep it in the fridge till you're ready to assemble it. So one little trick about making the vanilla pudding, if you don't buy the snack pack cups, when you're making your vanilla pudding, when it calls for say 3 cups, you want to use a little bit less than what it says on the package, because you want to do a thicker pudding than you would normally do. That's a trick that I found doing this a couple of times, and it works out really good. So your next step is to make the other part of the filling. So you're going to take your softened cream cheese, and you want the whole block. Put it into your stand mixer. You can do this by hand, or if you have a hand mixer, by hand it's going to be a little bit more time consuming, but otherwise than that, it takes 2 seconds. And you want to do a cup of confectioner's sugar and just mix that well together, and that takes literally all of 5 seconds, and then you're done. And then to this, you want to add your package of Cool Whip. Easy peasy, right? So just add in your whole package of Cool Whip and just mix it in for, again, another 2 to 5 seconds. It's nothing really to it. So just dump the whole container into the bowl and just let it go. So my sourdough crust is out of the oven, and I'm going to sit it on the counter till it fully cools before I start assembling. So now it's a few hours later and my crust is fully cooled, so I'm going to start assembling. I want to put half of the cream cheese mixture and then smooth it out into an even layer. So the next layer is going to be that pineapple vanilla pudding layer, and you're going to use all of that. So spread it out into a thin layer. Once you've done that, spread the rest of your cream cheese mix on top of that, and you're pretty much done. Now on the top you can add toasted coconut. I've added sprinkles, more fruit if you want to do that, a little bit of sugar crystals, whatever you want to add onto it, that's fine. You can eat it just plain like this. It is delicious any way you cut it. So on this day, I added some fun little sprinkles because it was for a holiday party and we enjoyed it. So all you do at this point, you can put it in the fridge, like I said, overnight, chill it a couple of hours, or because my mix was already chilled, I basically just cut it and let it go like that because everything was chilled and ready to go and set. So I'm just going to cut into it and show you what it looks like. And this is a little piece I have, and it is, like I said, quick, easy, and delicious. I hope you try it. So this is my sourdough crust. I have some sugar, I have some sourdough discard, great way to get rid of your discard. I have a little bit of chilled water, and I have some butter. And into my mixing bowl, I'm going to add my flour and just get this done. So in here goes my flour, sugar, and my salt. And then I'm going to add my sourdough discard. I have this little handy dandy, I don't even know what it was called, maybe pasta cutter, I don't know, but I got it at like home store or whatever, and it makes life easier. And then this is my sourdough discard. I'm just going to put that in there, and I'm going to add my water, and I'm going to mix it in together. I will put the recipe in the description box below. So once I use my handy dandy tool to cut in my cold butter, I'm just going to use my hand to bring it all together. It may not look like it's going to come together. It looks kind of dry, but don't over wet this. Don't over knead this because it will get tough on you. So basically that's all you do. And then this can freeze really well. You can do these ahead of time and just freeze them in your freezer or put them in your fridge for a couple of days and they're good to go. Great to have in the fridge or the freezer and pull out when you need it. So now your dough is all ready. All you need to do is just wrap it in some plastic wrap and put it in the fridge or freezer depending on how soon you need to use it. And I have done this both ways and it comes out perfectly, fridge or freezer. And you can see the specks of butter in there. Oh, this is so delicious. Nice flaky crust it comes out as. This crust will last you a few days in your fridge or a few months in your freezer. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. Thank you very much and have a great day.